please.
Hey guys, it's James Sunderland here, and today we're going to be discussing Pyramid Head, his design, what makes him so scary, and let's see if we can make him even scarier. Pyramid Head, one of the most iconic monsters from the Silent Hill series, was designed by Masahiro Ito. He was the art director and monster designer for Silent Hill 2, and had a significant role in creating the eerie and unforgettable atmosphere of the game. Ito's design for Pyramid Head was intended to give the impression of pain and restraint, which aligns with the character's symbolic representation of my guilt and desire for punishment in the game's narrative. Understanding his inspiration and design choices is key to grasping the depth of this character. Inspiration from the town's history. Pyramid Head's design is grounded in the town of Silent Hill's history. In Silent Hill 2, it's mentioned that Pyramid Head is a manifestation of the town's executioners from its past, when it was a place of judgment and punishment, physical restraint and pain. The design exudes a sense of physical pain. Pyramid Head's large helmet, more a triangular hunk of metal than an actual pyramid, appears to be forcibly fused to his body. The helmet's weight and the way it hides his face gives a sense of confinement, restraint, and dehumanization. This design element resonates with the character's role as an executioner and a bringer of punishment. Simplicity of the design. Masahiro Ito once mentioned in interviews and on his Twitter account that he wanted Pyramid Head's design to be simple. The creature doesn't have elaborate decorations or features, which make it even more eerie. Its simplicity is what makes it so unsettling. Use of rust and blood. Pyramid Head's appearance is dirty, rusted, and bloody. The great knife he drags behind is a clear tool of execution, emphasizing the raw power and brutality of the creature. The rust and blood symbolizes age, decay, and violence. Symbolism of Pyramid Head. Ito's design isn't just about creating a scary monster. Pyramid Head symbolizes my guilt and self-hatred. His role as executioner and tormentor is deeply connected to my subconscious desire for punishment and for my past deeds. Gender ambiguity. Despite being masculine in shape, Pyramid Head has certain design features that introduces a level of gender ambiguity. For instance, the creature wears a butcher's apron, might be seen as reminiscent of a dress. Ito has spoken about this aspect of the design, suggesting it is meant to challenge and unsettle the player's perceptions further. It is a shame that the makers of the Silent Hill movie didn't recognize this and just decided to feed Pyramid Head steroids, because making something jacked makes it scarier. Pinhead.
Jacked.
Freddy Krueger.
Jacked.
Pennywise.
Jacked. Jacked.
Cultural inspirations. The design has certain elements that can be linked back to traditional Japanese culture, particularly the concept of oni, demons, and executioners. While Pyramid Head is an original creation, the essence of these figures can be seen in his role and demeanor. Let's take a closer look at what inspirations come from traditional Japanese culture. Oni, demons. In Japanese folklore, Oni are often depicted as malicious creatures that can be both punishers of the wicked and challenges to the virtuous. They traditionally carry large, heavy clubs, much like Pyramid Head's burdensome great knife. The Oni are typically horned and wear tiger skin loincloths. The concept of a relentlessly pursuing powerful force might be borrowed from these tales. Noh and Kabuki Theater. Noh and Kabuki are traditional Japanese performing arts, both of which make use of masks to represent various characters. While Pyramid Head's face isn't a mask per se, the fixed and unchanging metallic structure can be reminiscent of these theatrical masks, particularly those that denote demons or vengeful spirits. Yamabushi. Yamabushi are Japanese mountain ascetic hermits, with a long tradition endowed with supernatural powers in traditional beliefs. Historically, they've been depicted wearing distinctive hats called token, which, while not directly resembling Pyramid Head's triangular helmet, do obscure the face in a similar manner. This can be a symbolic nod to asceticism, punishment, and spiritual endurance. Traditional executioners. In ancient Japan, certain criminals were executed by beheading, and the executioners often wear garments to either protect themselves from the blood or to provide anonymity. Pyramid Head's apron and role can be loosely related to this concept, as he plays the role of both judge and executioner in my personal nightmare, Kasa Obaki. It's a bit of a stretch, but the Kasa Obaki is a yokai, a class of supernatural monsters, spirits, and demons in Japanese folklore, depicted as a living umbrella. The visual design doesn't match Pyramid's head, but the concept of a commonplace object, like an umbrella or pyramid-shaped object, becoming a symbol of fear might have a cultural resonance. Samurai. The great knife carried by Pyramid Head can be seen as an exaggerated nod to the katana, a weapon historically associated with the samurai of Japan. Samurai were bound by a strict code and carried the weight of their duty and honor, much like Pyramid Head carries the weight of my guilt. That's another stretch, but hey. Okay, now let's see if we can make Pyramid Head scarier. I always thought that a futuristic version of Silent Hill would be pretty good. He kind of reminded me, when I first saw him, of this guy. If you're 80 or older, you might recognize him. He's a big bumbling robot, finds it difficult to move, much like Pyramid Head, and has a pyramid-shaped head. At the end of the day, we can take this guy and let's try and make Pyramid Head a little scarier, shall we? This version of Pyramid Head looks pretty cool. He's got the red eyes. You know, its simplicity is key, as Ito said, so maybe the same kind of shape, but just futuristic, robotic, and with the red eye or the red eyes. I think that's got something there. Well, you decide. Join me next week.
Knees.